what's going on, guys? I just got done watching The Walking Dead season 11, episode 6. What is it called? I don't even remember the name of the episode. I always forget, but it'll be in the title. So this episode was pretty good. We got Connie and Virgil back into the story. Um, and I was especially excited to have Connie back because she is a great character. So that's why it really sucks how it feels like she got written out for a while. But then again, that may have just been because the story was on pause because of COVID. On pause a little bit. And then Virgil, he was just in one episode, but I was excited to see him, of course, because he does have that connection to Michonne. Even though we're not going to get really any answers, the only thing that I can hope is maybe he'll explain to people that don't know that Michonne is looking for Rick. Maybe he'll tell people that, like Daryl. I don't think Daryl knows, but probably not, because our characters are so spread out. When are they ever all going to meet up again? And yeah, so wishful thinking on that with Virgil, but maybe because otherwise I don't know really why they still have him around. But no, I like the actor and Connie's actress as well. So this episode overall, just for a short spoiler-free recap, I'll say it was pretty good except for a few things. Maybe one or two things we'll get into. So I do like the intro right off the bat. I got flashbacks to I used to really always like to watch Night of the Living Dead, I believe it was around Halloween time, when the black guy and like the white girl he finds in the graveyard or something hold up in the house. That movie used to really scare me, actually. Of course, now I don't think it still has a certain feel, but it's not scary to me now. It's just anyway. But that's the feeling I got when they were boarded up in the house. Um, and let's see. So yeah, I already said I'm reading off my notes, by the way. So yeah, I'm glad they kept Virgil around for maybe the connection to Michonne and Connie, of course. It's just a shame that they haven't used her more, and it's also a shame that we're on the final season, and I would have liked to see her even more throughout. But hopefully after this we'll get more of her and Daryl. Let's get them hooked up, please. It seemed like they were maybe doing a romance thing with Connie and Virgil this episode, but I don't think so. I hope not. We'll see. I mean, they have put the Daryl thing on pause for so long, and they are, like I said, everybody's spread out. So who knows? But what they'll do. But hopefully not Connie and Virgil. Even though maybe they didn't mean it. But the actors just kind of had the chemistry together. But what they were going through, considering what they were going through, I mean, it makes sense that people would bond over that kind of stuff. Um, so let's see. The Daryl torture scene, it was good, I guess, because Norman Reedus is a good actor, and that, but it did feel repetitive because we've had Daryl torture back in season 2, and apparently Angela Kang talked about he's tortured before in season 7 or 8, maybe, I think the scene was from, with Dwight. Um, but yeah, so it was a little repetitive. I've been questioning throughout what side Daryl is actually even on. I mean, I know he's on the survivor side, but he's done some things where it would seem like, I don't know, he's kind of given up some information or done some things just to stay under cover. Nothing too severe, but just more than I would expect him to. Um, because really, I know they can't write it this way because they don't want Daryl to die, but really the way I see Daryl going down is like just basically being like, yeah, I'm a part of them and I'm not talking, and getting tortured to death up until the end, not saying anything. I would think that's how Daryl would really go out. But, we can't do that, we can't kill off Daryl now. So, um, we had some good. So they've been talking for a while that this episode was going to be like a horror movie, between Connie and Virgil, and it really was. It was done well. Some stuff. I'm not sure how big of a fan I am on the. I made a note. I said, is it the Beast from, if anybody's seen the Glass trilogy, the Unbreakable Glass, and then something else I can't think of right now, but the Beast, I'm pretty sure he walks like that on all fours. Um, so I would have liked to know what made them do this, because it's a little silly if you think about it, because we're like 12 years into the apocalypse at this point, and it's silly to think that these people would have survived, um, you know, because maybe they, I mean, you can't say that they smell so bad that they don't get attacked by walkers because, um, the walkers did attack them at the end. But and it's a little bit repetitive with them too because of the hunters. The terminus people were cannibals as well, but I'm sure there's would realistically be a lot of because apparently Connie and Virgil were herded to that house by them. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I don't really know how. How are they continuously? It made sense with Terminus. They thought that out and had the reason. Oh, my computer messed up. Hopefully, it usually fixes itself. There we go. Um, but how did they? How are they herding people to the house? I don't get. Or even with nothing. I think they had knives, but for a lot of it, they were just like I don't know. The house was kind of like set up like a trap house, so maybe I'm just thinking too much into it. But they were creepy, a lot of creepy stuff. So the eye jump scare, I think we've all seen it in the trailer. That would have got me. That would have been really creepy when the eye pops out if they hadn't spoiled it in the trailer. The knot alone on the wall was creepy, the way they did that. And then the eye scratched out was something creepy as well. They had a good shot, a good camera angle, um, where Connie's going through like the back wall of the house, and the camera's kind of like tilted. So I like that. And then Connie's her whole facial expressions. I'm sure it's being deaf, and you have to be more expressive with your acting because you can't vocalize really anything. Um, yeah, she's really awesome with her expressions and stuff. Really conveys like, oh yeah, she's fucking scared, and rightfully so, because I'm pretty sure she still thinks the Whisperers are out there. She was just in a cave in, she's been through a lot of PTSD, So she's not like scared in an annoying way. It's like, oh, I get it, you've been through a lot of shit lately, and now this on top of it all. And she's deaf as well, which you can really watch and imagine in some scenes, and they portray that to you well with audio going out. Just how difficult, that would be extra attitude on there. And with that being said, it goes into a good segue for a note that I have. I like whenever Kelly is looking for Connie in the woods and she finds the stuff Connie left behind. Although it's a little troubling to me too, just maybe overthinking it. But with how fucking big the woods are, unless they have like a trail, how do you just so happen to come across this in the woods where Connie was just walking randomly? I don't know. Again, I'm just overthinking it. And Carol finds her in the same spot, but minor complaint, I guess. But I really like how Kelly, whenever she's looking at the stuff, I don't know if it's the actress or the directing, but she was looking around because you think, if you're deaf, you'd be doing that if you're in the middle of the woods where there could be zombies sneaking up on you. You're always going to be looking. And she made sure to do that, so that was nice. So let's see. Make sure I don't skip any notes here. But yeah, so I think I said the Connie storyline though. It's gone on so long at this point. I don't really remember all the details, and with Virgil too. It's been a while. I don't remember Virgil's backstory, just some of the stuff. But like I said, it's not all their fault. Some of it was COVID, but I also think they are guilty of setting up stories and then coming back to it way later. Fucking Heath, Rick. All this shit is happening way too late. But anyway, I think I went over a lot of stuff. Oh, I don't know what was up with the flashes with Connie whenever she was having some PTSD, I guess, with the walker faces, though. I mean, it was creepy, and added to the scary stuff, but I'm not sure why that was happening. Just part of her PTSD, I guess. But it reminds me of Shane back in season 2 whenever he was transforming into a walker. They had those same flashes, I'm pretty sure, or something similar. Let's see. Yeah, there was a super creepy scene with Virgil whenever the walker thing comes up behind him. The beast thing comes up behind him, and Connie just has to watch it. And I guess she can't. She's trying to get his attention, but she can't talk because she's deaf. I mean, she can talk, but I guess it's just weird for deaf people to talk. They don't really know how to, how they sound. So she doesn't get his attention, and even if she did yell, he probably wouldn't even understand what she was trying to say. But the way the creepy thing comes out of the corner was yeah, that was I like that. Super spooky for sure. Um, Daryl definitely didn't play it cool. I know it was all to arise conflict, but Daryl definitely did not play it cool whenever uh, Pope's group, he was out with Leah. You know, fucking don't like Leah. And, you know, oh, let's go several times. So you're sounding suspicious. It was just like, I know this is all to arise conflict, but Daryl, I know you're smarter than this, bro. You know, I was just like, just shut up. And the whole shit with Maggie and Negan and Father Gabriel and everybody being below was so dumb. The way that they snuck out of the place whenever I'm pretty sure they were always in the house. Maybe they went upstairs and Daryl opened it up and, you know, hurried them along. Maybe, but even so, why were they still like waiting outside of the house? I'm pretty sure that house, and just walking off right at that moment. It was so silly. It felt like it was very silly. I'm pretty sure, you know, it's the apocalypse. It's probably dead quiet everywhere outside. You're not gonna hear cars going by and stuff. So just the fact that they all snuck out was just kind of just fucking silly. I would have preferred for them to get caught and then Daryl like maybe stab the one guy with the long hair, you know, hold him up for like and throw him at Leah or something like that and pop off, you know, and confront Leah and just tell her what's up, you know. Uh, and you know, I think she probably would have dealt with it and let him come back alive to Popes and all that, but yeah, so that was silly. I wanted the people to make, I wanted Negan at least to make a face whenever it was revealed, because I'm pretty sure Carol's the only one who knows about Leah, but maybe not, and Daryl's relationship. But I wanted somebody point later, but I just would have wanted him to have like a confused face up with it. But yeah, it was super strange to have all those characters in the episode. I mean, I like it because it's more less of a bottle episode, you know, like we used to get, and you know, feels more, I guess, alive and real, but more full. But they didn't have any dialogue or anything. They just sneak off. It was just silly. Oh man. Um, I thought Virgil got bit. He was looking really pale in one scene when he was talking to Connie, and especially the stuff he was saying. But no, which that stuff will heal up from that stab wound. Although it looked pretty fucking bad. But I really like the scene though where Connie puts just a little bit of Walker guts. I mean, but they're both quiet and shields Virgil and saves him. You know, like I said, Connie's just more and more an awesome character. And yeah, I want her with Daryl, and then just more of her for sure. Went outside and like kind of fell down, and then Kelly and Connie reunited. Let's see. Finally reunited. Damn. Um, so yeah, I already said I really like the scene where she shields him and opens the door. Very quick thinking. Oh, so okay, and then the ending. So the look Pope gave Daryl. That actor was really good. The actor who they chose to play Pope. Um, because I think we've all been in situations like that. Well, maybe not all of us, but where we get caught in like maybe a lie or something like that, and we know that they know, you know, but they're not saying anything about it. And yeah, super high tension there. Although I fucking hate if that where they are standing is their base, because that is so obvious, so obviously Alexandria redressed, if that's what it is, which I'm pretty sure it's meant to be Pope's around Pope's base, but it's Alexandria 100%. Um, so yeah, there's that. Um, and then let's see, yeah, that was basically it. So anyway, it's really late, and Vanessa, my girlfriend's sleeping, so I'm gonna end it here. But thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought about the episode, and I will see you in the next one.